welcome to Void Theory, the show that is 100% original and doesn't copy its homework from anywhere else whatsoever. Speaking of copying homework, have you seen the newest Mascot horror game to grace YouTube with its presence? It's been quite hard to ignore, even for those outside of the Mascot horror space, just because of how downright amazing the game is. I am, of course, talking about Just Another Mascot Horror. The first chapter just released, and already it has skyrocketed in popularity. Many cite its success to its genius takedown on the Mascot horror genre, as well as its gorgeous hand-drawn visuals and even the stunningly handsome creator. However, I'm not here to talk about the success of the game. Instead, I want to talk about the lore. While the game doesn't give a whole lot of information on the surface, if we dig a little bit deeper, we can find all the information we need. Today, I want to focus on one thing specifically: the main antagonist of the first chapter, Shiggy Wiggy. This derpy little fucker tries his darndest to eliminate Harry Pauls throughout the chapter, even surviving a near-fatal fall and chasing him through the vents. But what is this mysterious green creature? Well, after going down the elevator, we come to 3 rooms. One is an office, plain and simple. The second contains the item we need to progress, the street sprinters. But the third room contains what looks to be a meeting that was abandoned halfway through. In this meeting, there is a standee of the monster, as well as some kind of planning board for something called the product. Now, the standee has a target on it. We need to hit this to progress. However, it seems to be hiding part of the standee. If we take a peek into the files of the game, we can look at the full texture of the standee, and as you can clearly see, there's a small speck right there where the target should be. It could be a simple mistake that the creator used the target to cover up, or it could be connected deeply to the lore. If we take the texture, put it into Photoshop, make it bigger until all we see is the speck, adjust the levels a bit, what do we see? A troll face. Troll face starts with T and F, as in TF, or to fuck? And as we know, the word fuck originated from the old German phrase fucken, which meant to strike or penetrate. Strike. What do we do to the target on the standee? Strike it. And what does it do when we strike it? It powers the facility. How the hell does it do that, you ask? Bullshitium. See, when we make gumbo for our good friend Chippy, he mentions that the oven is able to power the lights and door because of bullshitium. This makes the oven glow green when it's turned on. Do you know what else is green? The indication lights in the first room. Hitting the targets in that room will turn the indicator lights green, which means they must be giving them power with bullshitium. Oh, excuse me. The fact that the target is so close to the standee means that they are closely linked somehow, and I believe it's supposed to mean that Shiggy Wiggy is also closely related to bullshitium. Bullshitium? Iridium. Iridium was discovered by Smithson Tennant. That's such a fake name, but it reminds me of something. See, there's this asset that wasn't found anywhere in the game, but is in the files. It looks just like a regular piece of paper, right? Well, the name of the file is from the station of Tenman Smith. Tenman Smith? Smithson Tennant? I forget which one was the real one, but whichever one isn't, obviously got turned into Shiggy Wiggy. Who is Shiggy Wiggy? Well, he's the product, of course. Yeah, remember that? You see, this lore paper found in one of the offices on the first floor shows us that the CEO of the company planned for these monsters to be in the halls of the facility. That means he must have a reason. What is a CEO's top priority? Make money. How do you make money? With some sort of product. Since he was the one to plan for the monsters to roam, they must be his product. We already know that the real identity of Shiggy Wiggy is Smithson Tennant, so the CEO must have turned him into Shiggy somehow. What color is Shiggy? Green. Green. Just like bullshitium. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I have proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the CEO turned the man who discovered bullshitium, Ten Smith Manant, into a despicable creature that feasts on human flesh using the power of his own discovery. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. I've always wanted to do that.
Uh-oh.